Hello everyone. I'm here today just to make a quick video to help you guys with the structure of the atom. So I'm going to go through an example that we did not do in class. So we're going to look at neon. So neon has 10 protons, 10 neutrons, and 10 electrons. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to put the protons and the neutrons in the center of the atom. Okay, the center of the atom is called the nucleus, and it holds the protons and the neutrons. Kitty cat, you're not allowed in. So I'm going to use the pen tool because that's what's easiest for me. But you can also just draw circles, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. You might not have this on certain versions of Jamboard, but you can draw a circle and color it in. And if you hit the little dot, 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 you can duplicate it. So it's whatever's easiest for you. For me, I prefer using the pen tool because I have a stylus, but it's up to you. You can also do these in your notebook, and that's fine as well, okay? So like I said, the protons and the neutrons go in the nucleus. And we are going to put them all in there together. Now, they're going to be all mixed up. So I'm going to draw my 10 protons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've done my 10 protons in the nucleus. Let me make this one a little cleaner. And now I'm going to do my 10 neutrons mixed into the nucleus. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? So I put in my protons and my neutrons in the nucleus. So that's the easy part. Okay, the easy part is putting your protons and neutrons in the nucleus. Now, where it gets a little more tricky is when we put the electrons in the electron cloud. So our electrons do not go in the nucleus. They go on the rings, the orbitals, outside the nucleus. Okay? So we always put the first 2 electrons together on the first orbital. So I'm going to take my 2 electrons and put them together on that first ring. So now I am done with this first ring. It can only hold 2 electrons total. It cannot hold any more than 2. So now I have to move on to my second ring, my second orbital, and it can hold up to 8. So if I look at my number of electrons, I have 8 left. I've used 2, and I have 8 left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling them in a very specific pattern. And that pattern goes on the second orbital or ring. We fill them in. We go up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. Every single time, we're going to follow that pattern. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. I'll put this little post-it right here. So I'm just going to highlight the second ring real quick because a thing I've noticed, people are mixing up the rings. So I'm just looking at this ring right here. You do not need to color the ring in. It's just for me to show you where we're going. So now I'm going to put in my electrons and I'm going to follow that pattern up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. And I'm going to stop when I hit 10 electrons total. So I've already used 2, and I have 8 more. So here I go. I'm going to go up, down, left, right. Okay, so that's 4. I have 4 left. So I'm going to repeat myself. And now they're going to each have a buddy. Up, down, left, right. Okay. So let me show you that one more time. I'm going to just go back. I'm going to undo my little circles. So I put my first 2 on my first ring, and then I follow the pattern. I have 8 left. So up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. And now I have 10 electrons, so I stop. Okay? So we have put in our 10 electrons. Let me go over another example from class just to show you again. Okay, so let's take a look at oxygen, which we did do in class. So oxygen has 8 protons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has 8 neutrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we've done our neutrons, and we've done our protons, and we've mixed them together in the nucleus. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my first 2 electrons on the first ring. So now I'm done with those first 2. I still have 6 left. So now I'm going to go to my second ring and follow our special pattern. Okay? So I'm going to highlight my I'm going to highlight my second ring for you guys just so you can see. You do not need to do this. This is just so I can show you where we are. Okay? So I have 6 electrons left, so I'm going to follow the pattern. Up, down, left, right. Okay? I have 2 more left, so I'm going to repeat, but I'm going to stop once I hit 8 total. So I'm going to go up, down, and then I stop. I can't go left, right, because I ran out of electrons. So I stop when I hit the total number. Oh, sorry. Boop. Trying to erase this. There we go. Okay. So our pattern goes, we put our first 2 on the first ring. We go up, down, left, right, up, down. And if I had more electrons like the previous one, I'd go left, right again. But because I ran out, I only have 8, I stop there. Okay. Let me just go over some of the notes from the start of the slide at the end of this video, just in case you missed them. So we are using the Bohr model of the atom. It is not the most accurate, but it's a good place to start for first-year chemistry students. So it's basic, and it helps you guys learn the parts and locations in the atom. There are 3 parts to the atom. Our protons are positively charged, and they're found in the nucleus, in the middle of the atom. Neutrons are neutrally charged. They have no charge, and they're also found in the nucleus. Now, both protons and neutrons have a mass of 1. they made up this unit called the atomic mass unit to make it easy to measure the mass of atoms. So we just say that protons are 1 and neutrons are 1. They're technically slightly different, but for us, we don't really need to worry about that slight difference. It's not going to affect our calculations. Now, electrons are negatively charged, and they're found outside the nucleus. They're found in the electron cloud. Now, electrons are so small, we say they have a mass of 0. Now, they don't actually have a mass of 0. They're just so small, you would need thousands of them to equal 1 proton or neutron. So we just say they have a mass of 0. Now, if you were doing very complex chemistry calculations, something you would do in maybe AP chemistry, I don't even think in AP chemistry you would, or in your last couple years of college, you might have to use the exact masses of these. But for the most part, and for us, we don't need to worry about it. So protons are 1, neutrons are 1, and electrons are so small, we say they're 0. Protons, we draw the symbol like this. It's just a lowercase p with a plus sign. Neutrons, our symbol is a lowercase n with a little 0. And electrons, it's a little e with a minus. So if you see me write one of these things down, this one means proton, neutron, and electron. Okay, let's close out the video with one last example. I'm going to go over carbon. So this was the first example you had to do on your own. So if you're feeling a little confused, you can come on in here and I'm going to go over this example for you. Ledger, don't worry about the cat. Lady, leave the dog alone. Okay, so I'm going to start with my protons and neutrons in the center. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 protons. 6. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 neutrons. So now's the tricky bit. We're going to do our electrons. So I'm going to put my first 2 on the first ring. And now I only have 4 left. At 6 total, I've used 2. I only have 4 left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the second ring. I'm going to go up, down, left, right. And then I stop. I only had 6 electrons, so these 4 aren't going to need a buddy. They're just going to be by themselves. So I had 6, and I put in 6. Okay, just to show you one more time. First 2 go on the first ring, and then we follow our pattern until we hit the total number. So I have 2, 3, up, down, left, right, and I stop. Okay, I hope this video helped you out a little bit with your work. I'm going to be posting it just as soon as it loads. Have a lovely day, guys, and I will see you soon. Now, one last thing. Sometimes I put the charges in here as well. If you're having a hard time with the charges, that's okay. But just remember, protons are positive. Neutrons are neutral. And electrons are negative. Okay, you do not need to draw them in, but just know they do have charges. All right, now that's actually it for the video. Have a lovely day, my loves, and I hope this helps.